Welcome back, fellas, to this new video to Express. Today, I'm going to be showing you in a very easy way how to, let's say, your own custom domain from Namecheap and adding this into Netlify. So the correct way is to add your custom domain into Netlify. By first of all, we needed to tell Netlify what you wanted to connect the custom domain to your project. So let's go directly into the application or into the server. So in here, what I need to do is to hit into the option that says Get Started. Once we are now directly into the sign up section, what you want to do is to sign up with Google, GitHub, GitLab, or the Bitbucket. So in here, I'm going to choose my actual account, head over for continue, and my account should be generated right away. Once we are directly into the Netlify account, we want to navigate directly into the project which you'd like to use. So let's say that I just type this for work. What is the name, the company name, like this, the block, designer, just myself, and continue to deploy. Then I choose to deploy my product with GitHub. I authorize the Netlify. If you don't have a GitHub account, this could be the right moment to do this process. It's not that actually hard, and actually making the installation between the Netlify and the GitHub is not that hard. When you have done this process, you can deploy the first website into the Netlify. So now here, what I need to do, of course, is to, once we are into the project dashboard, what you want to do is to focus for the settings or the team settings that you can locate there. And what you want to do is to locate for the domains that is going to appear here into the left corner. Once we are here into the left corner, click into the button that says add or register a domain name. So if you, in this case, we already have an actual domain purchased from Namecheap. If you don't, let's go for Namecheap. Inside here, you wanted to enter the domain would you like to purchase. For example, let's say White Star. And here we have a bunch of domains that we can purchase. So choose the one that best suits for yourself, and then go for the option that says add to cart. Once you have paid that element, you can find this directly into account, domain list. Here directly into the domain list, what we can do now is to focus it into the domain that we have already purchased. So as you can see, here's my domain. Now let's go back directly into the app of the Netlify and choose the option that says add a domain you already own. I clicked in there, and this is the part where I wanted to copy and paste my URL, my domain, and hit into verify. Now it says this one is already been registered and is ready to be added to your site. If you register this domain name through a different register, select add domain to begin delegating it to the Netlify. So then let's go for add domain. When I choose this option, it's going to be asking us to add a new DNS record. Then this is a DNS record type. So what we need to do, of course, is to configure the DNS record into the Namecheap. So this is the most crucial part of the process because you're going to tell your domain to point your Netlify site. In the new tab, once you are here directly into the Namecheap, when you click into your domain, choose the option that says managed to check out the advanced DNS. So make sure that under the name servers into the advanced section, you have the Namecheap basic DNS. So here it is where we can now start to scroll down to the host record section. Once we are inside this element, into my host records, I wanted to add a new record again. So for example, what I need to do is to hit into add new record, choose, in this case should be for example CNAME, then we can type www and paste the original Netlify site URL, and you can find this URL into your Netlify dashboard. So for this, let's go back here into the app.netlify. I'm going to close this, and here it should be appearing my actual website. You can find it right in there. Let's go back into my domain. Let's go back into my project. Here it is, my project. I clicked into it, and here it should be appearing my actual domain. So let's just copy and paste that domain and paste it directly back. Once you're finished with this process, you have done everything you need to do, because now comes the waiting game. Now, it can take anywhere from a few minutes up to 48 hours for these changes to effect across the internet. This is called a DNS propagation, because you can check the status back into your Netlify dashboard. Once you have actually done this process, you can always go back here into the app Netlify, and you can check the status here. It might be saying waiting for your DNS setup when you go to the domain management tools. As you can see, it might be appearing in there. and of course the domain, it might be taking a few minutes to appear in there. If you wanted to add, for example, a branch subdomain or an automatic deploy subdomains, you need to upgrade your account to unlock that element. But that's it. That's the simple step how you can actually do this process in a very easy way. So if you have any questions, you can leave it down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, guys. If you want to see more great tools how you can get started with the Netlify. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. See you next time.